This might be my most requested video of all time. And I finally made it to Texas and made it to an H-E-B. I spent all of 2023 and a good part of 2024 going around to grocery stores and figuring out who owns all the products in our grocery stores and making spreadsheets of the different brands and whether they're owned by mega corporations or if they're family and founder owned. And in every comment section, there are people being like, dude, you gotta go to H-E-B. I finally made it, and holy shit, I understand. So first off, H-E-B is family owned. It was founded over 100 years ago and it's still owned by the same family. The Butt family. That is Butt with 2 T's, by the way. They're massive. They're the 19th largest retailer in the United States and they're privately owned by this family. They donate 5% of pre-tax profits to charity, which is a huge amount of money. And they're better at disaster relief than FEMA and our own federal government. Walking in, the first thing I noticed was all the steak and it's H-E-B source. They have a gigantic network of farms and ranches and stuff. We'll get into that more another time. This video is going to be a quick overview of all of the store. If you really care about your meat quality, you're going to have to go somewhere else that's more like a small local butcher. Always the way with meat. But this is supporting Texas. This is locally sourced as, as much as a massive amount of beef can be. Same with their fish, their chicken, all of it. Dope. Then I noticed there's a Texas wine section supporting local. There's a Texas craft beer section supporting local. Sick. Then I hit the bread aisle. And let's be real, not a great selection. Not really very many family or founder-owned companies, except all that right there is H-E-B brand. They're sourcing their bread too. They got their own brand of bread. So technically the H-E-B brand is family owned. But really bread is poison, so throw it away. Don't even buy it. If I'm trying to judge a Texas grocery store, obviously we're stopping by the barbecue sauce aisle. They did not disappoint. Tons of local founder-owned brands in that selection right there. And just a good little reminder, they got Sweet Baby Ray's down there, which is a family-owned business. They're owned by Ken's. And Ken's has gotten pretty big, but they are still family-owned. And I'm going to stop saying this, but I realized that H-E-B has H-E-B brand everything, including ketchup. No high fructose corn syrup. No high fructose corn syrup. Tight. But then their mayo, the first ingredient is soybean oil. So, it's kind of to be expected. But in their mayo selection, they did have Duke's mayo, family-owned brand. They also had Primal Kitchen and Chosen Foods, which masquerade as family-owned brands, but they got bought out, not family-owned. Dressing aisle, they got a huge Ken section. They got Newman's Own. Not bad. I mean, remember, we're talking about a gigantic grocery store. They got to carry all the big brands too. We're expecting them to carry the big brands. We're just trying to find some family-owned options in every aisle. Trying to see if you're a shopper at H-E-B, what are the chances that you can find family and founder-owned brands for all the stuff you need? And what are the chances you're getting railroaded into just buying giant mega corporate brands? Because if you go to a giant mega corporation grocery store, often you get pretty railroaded into just shit. The dog food aisle sucked. Don't buy dog food at H-E-B. This is their premium dog food sign right here, right next to Blue Buffalo. Yeah, Blue Buffalo is owned by General Mills, the guys that make your cereal. I looked all over their dog food aisle, and obviously dog food is just cereal for dogs. It's garbage for them. Feed them raw, feed them meat, feed them real dog food. But H-E-B does not have any founder family-owned brands as far as I could find. And to be fair, there's not a lot of family and founder-owned dog foods out there. The only one that I'm really aware of is Bill Jack, and I've only seen them in a few places. Walked through the syrup aisle and was like, oh, they make their own syrup? No high fructose corn syrup? Sick. And then was like, what the fuck? Corn syrup is the first ingredient? Okay, nice technicality. Sure, it's not high fructose. It's still poison. It's literally log cabin syrup. Same exact thing. No high fructose corn syrup, just a whole bunch of corn syrup. I was like, oh, here's the natural stuff. All natural. Oh, table syrup? Yeah, that would be brown rice syrup flavored with natural flavors and brown sugar. Garbage. But then I zoomed out and realized that right next to it, there was a giant section of organics and real maple syrups, including an H-E-B brand that is real maple syrup. So that's legit. That's trash. To be expected. Nice work, H-E-B. Went to the cereal aisle and found H-E-B brand cereal, sourcing their own shit. And I found Nature's Path, the goats. I found Ezekiel cereal, a couple other brands here, Magic Spoon, and some that I've never seen before. Looked them up. This mouth off cereal, trash. That would be Kellogg trying to trick you. But wait a minute, there's actually another brand there, Three Wishes, that I kind of never heard of them before. Right on. Family owned by an Ian. Nice work, Ian. Score 1 for Ian. Dairy section was looking pretty good. Although I've never seen this brand of milk before. That's a new brand of milk. And tortilla chips, at first I was disappointed because they don't have Juanita's, which is the Northwest family founder-owned brand of tortilla chips. But then I realized that actually Late July is family-owned, and all these ones with the Texas symbol on the front, there's 2 different brands here that have Texas logos. They are also family-owned, legit. Juice aisle was just like any other juice aisle. It's a bunch of co-ops. They had a pretty solid selection of sodas and sparkling waters and stuff. Some family-owned brands in there, pretty typical. I personally always buy Polar. LaCroix technically is also family-owned. Then I noticed this and was like, what is that? That's curious. I'm assuming 1877 is like the year that Texas was statified or something. So I figured it was like some local Texas brand. But actually, it's H-E-B brand. Legit. The butter selection was looking tight. All the good butters up in there. That's what's up. Shampoo aisle, not looking good at all. I'm seeing all mega brands as well as the fake mega, the fake family-owned brands like Native, fake, Method, fake, which is a bunch of fake. Same with the ladies, it's all fake. The other kind of like care products, skin products, etc., mostly fake. Things like Burt's Bees, fake. That's right, Burt's Bees is owned by Clorox. They do have some Dr. Squatch stuff up there. So far, Dr. Squatch has not sold out, although they're acting like they're about to. So yeah, the lotions, the skin cares, the shampoos, not great at H-E-B. You might try a different store for all those things. And then, so I went over to the tampon aisle, because tampons is what started the whole thing. And I was so disappointed, all trash. And then I realized I was blind. And right next door, there was this whole shelf full of awesome brands. Although a few of these brands have sold out since the last time we did this. Honey Pot sold out, for real this time. It was fake sold out last time, but it's for real sold out this time. In 2024, Lola was also bought out. So, I guess this part is actually not as good as it sounded, but Rael is still good. And I thought that I did see Cora here too. Maybe they're off screen to the right. But, even though these brands have sold out, as far as I'm aware, they're still a much better alternative to Playtex bullshit. Then I also got curious about the toothpaste. And it's the same story as always. A bunch of bullshit down here. And then up there, they got the fake brands like Tom's, fake. Hello, fake. Burt's Bees, fake. But there was an H-E-B brand, which technically is family owned. Toothpaste is a tough industry. There's no founder-owned toothpaste except for like 1 or 2. There was a fancy section of shampoo, and they did have some good options in here, like some Maui Wowie, some Monday. Monday's mostly founder-owned, but in general, it's not great. For these kinds of things, actually, like Target and Walmart have the biggest selection as far as I've seen, or like fancy stores. Decided to peep their cleaning products, and it was not very great. All these Mrs. Meyer's ones that look dope, that's fake. That's actually SC Johnson, and they just brand it to look like it's founder or family owned. Same with 7th Generation, that's Unilever. All of these brands are fucking fake, except for that one right there, which is Kris Jenner, which is, equally fake. It's same with all the other soaps and shit, just a bunch of... Ecos is legit, that's all right, although I'll always support Mosey Wash. Oh shit, what's that? That looks like a good cleaner. That looks like some good Italian cleaning solutions right there. And after checkout, kind of freaking annoying, but they make you buy a reusable bag, but it's good for the environment. And I just checked out with a Nitro cold brew coffee, family owned business, and some secret meat treats from my dogger. That would be liver and some pig feet for her to chew on. Because that's how you really feed a dog. Fuck all that cereal. So yeah, H-E-B is super legit. And if you're grocery shopping at H-E-B, you're in a good position to get a whole bunch of family and founder-owned brands. And you should start to get to know which ones they are and where they are. You can do that by using my spreadsheets, which are available for free on my website, which is cancelousclothingcompany.com/resources. Then there's all these spreadsheets. There's a master sheet, and then there's other ones that include all the bad brands too. You click on the master sheet, and it brings you to all the different brands that are legit, and they're all sectioned out by different types of food and stuff. And the more money you spend at family-owned businesses like H-E-B, the more that money gets fed back into your community instead of to all the rich assholes that are ruining the world. So H-E-B gets the check mark.